Thank you very much, everyone. And before I start, I would like to recognize the Lusaka Telecom's team that is present, and also the management team from Lunsemfwa. I must say that it is my privilege to welcome you all to this very important occasion, and that's the official signing of the contract for the supply, design, supply, installation, and commissioning of the OPGW, which has been referred to as the ground wire, optical ground wire, and fiber optic distribution panels on our transmission network. And I think this is going to cover between the converter substation here in Kabwe through to Mulungushi power station, all the way to Lunsemfwa, a distance of about 100 kilometers. I must say that this marks a milestone for Lunsemfwa Power Company and a new chapter in our commitment to developing our operation infrastructure and ensuring that there's operational excellence, reliability, and modernization of our infrastructure. We believe this is a very significant project, not only because it's the first time we are installing OPGW on our networks, but because of what it symbolizes, that is progress. For many years, our transmission system has had to rely on conventional means of communication and protection. But with the change in the dynamics in terms of the market, the way the market is unfolding, and also the increasing need for faster and more reliable real-time monitoring of our trades, our business, I think it's become incumbent that we migrate to faster communication networks. And this is the more reason why we are implementing the OPGW. The OPGW, as it has been mentioned, will serve as a digital backbone for our transmission network. And this will support our SCADA integration that we intend to implement on our power station for efficient monitoring and control of our facilities, both our generation facilities as well as the transmission networks. We are very confident that this will enhance our system reliability, improve our response times to fault conditions, as well as ultimately contribute to delivering more reliable power to the people and the industries that we serve. As you are aware, I think LHPC is participating on the Southern African power markets, which is an auction market, and this requires real-time operational excellence. Otherwise, we will not be able to optimize that market. We are also trying to expand our market portfolio, and this will see us having to increase interaction with various stakeholders in the industry. So with that kind of innovation, I think this will help us to ensure that we are on top of the business. We are particularly proud to be working with Lusaka Telecom Solutions, a Zambian company that brings the local expertise to the forefront of a high-tech deployment. This collaboration speaks direct to our values and building capacity within Zambia, supporting local enterprises and investing in skills that are homegrown. And I think this is why we thought Lusaka Telecoms would be the best fit for this assignment. Let me also thank you, our projects team, our engineers, and our legal advisors, and everyone involved in getting us to this point. As we proceed with this implementation phase, I wish to urge all parties to uphold the same spirit of professionalism, safety, and efficiency. To our media partners, Financial Insights, and any other media house that is in the house, we wish to thank you for being here. This project is not just a technical upgrade. It is a story of our vision, of Zambian innovation, and of continued investment in our national energy infrastructure. With all that, I now invite our partners from Lusaka Telecom Solutions to join us in signing this contract and officially launch this exciting project. I thank you.
Thank you.
So in some
remarks from Lusaka Telecoms.
You said you already covered everything. Yeah. Anyway, so good afternoon, everyone. I have to just recognize all the directors, starting from Mr. Katongo, Mr. Mukukwa, and all the directors from Lunsemfwa Hydro, and also from Lusaka Telecom, and for sure the media, ladies and gentlemen. So for us, it's a pleasure that we have the cooperation with Lunsemfwa Hydro. We start approaching this account, I believe, since 2023, and we found this company are very professional in terms of quality and also procurement process. Then it become a challenge for us, and we give this a challenge to our technical team that we need to be one of the biggest supplier to Lunsemfwa Hydro. We start with small projects, then now we reach to this project. Actually, like the boss mentioned, that this project is very important for Lunsemfwa Hydro because it supports the infrastructure. The generation planets now will be connected through the OPGW, which means now high efficiency and high protection, and also gives now Lunsemfwa Hydro to even renew the protection techniques which you are using right now, which will add value. Actually, not renew, upgrade the protection techniques which Lunsemfwa have right now. So we thank you very much for the business. Lusaka Telecom Solutions, Zambian company, have in the pay slip, we have about 1,000 employees. So we are looking for business to guarantee that we pay salaries for those people, and also our target is to increase this number this year, inshallah, at least by we add another 200 people, which means when we have such a project, it means we'll also add new resources and new suppliers even. So thank you very much for the business. I have nothing more to say. Thank you very much. محمد صلاح يظبط الحاجات دي. Okay. Okay. So for me, sign. Okay. The title. Okay. Then the witness. Name and sign. Okay. فين القلم من عندكم؟ Sir, I use just the electron.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, that's fine. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. How many numbers? $1 million.
توقيع بالاسم. توقيع بالاسم.
You can sign it. Yeah.
Give me better than Mr. Give me good.
cooperation with yeah, so I think more cooperation with Lusaka Telecom.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think this is the second project that we're doing with Lusaka Telecom.
Yeah.
So obviously from this one, then we need to move on to the 300 kilometer.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Data center.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I think it should be a copy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
I think
Mr. Ban.
photo shoot now we can be directed by Mwelwa there.
Thank you very much. So we'll start off with the expo, the two first. So we'll just move this.
Welcome to another interesting interview by Financial Insight. My name is Mwelwa Kenneth and I am with one of the executives from Lunsemfwa Hydro who this morning we're signing an agreement with Lusaka Telecom Solutions. So stay tuned for insights from this conversation with Mr. Evaristo Katongo. Welcome back. As I'd indicated, we're having a very interesting conversation with Mr. Evaristo Katongo, who's one of the executives from Lunsemfwa Hydro. Mr. Evaristo, how are you?
Well, thank you very much, and it's always exciting to have you. Yeah, and,
absolutely.
Welcome to this sidelines of the signing ceremony.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having me and my team come to cover this event. It's been a few months since we last engaged, obviously at Energy Indaba, but obviously very interesting. In Q2, you make a very big statement around modernizing the infrastructure of Lunsemfwa Hydro. Are you able to just walk us through what the strategic intent of this particular signing ceremony is, and the ambitions around why you need to further enhance, your technology around the OPGW infrastructure?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mwelwa, for that question. Like we said, I think we've been conducting some optimization projects of our facilities. And as part of the optimization projects, one of the things that we needed to work on is the communication of our facilities. And I think in this case, we've signed a contract for the implementation of the OPGW. And I think as you are aware, I think fiber optic, I think is the fastest mode of communication. And this is the reason why we want to implement such a project, because we want to ensure that there is efficiency in our operations. And we expect that this project is really going to change the landscape in terms of our operations, as well as open up our business to more growth. You might be aware that this is a project that has been, I think, has been on the cards for almost a good 4 years or so, from the time that the optimization project was initiated. We've concluded the hardware installation, and most of the hardware equipment that needs to be part of this project has already been commissioned. So what is remaining is the implementation of the communication system. As we speak, I think we managed to conclude, I think, hardware installations on the waterways. And I think it was thought that as we implement the 20 megawatt solar, I think it's critical that we have high-speed communication, which will eventually lead to efficiency in the operations of our facilities. And this also will help us to manage our trades in terms of our sales and all those kind of things. So really, this is a very important milestone for us. And we expect that with implementation of this project, we'll see a lot more efficiency in our operations.
And efficiency is obviously very critical, especially that you've mentioned that, you're also, we also understand you're also a power trader as well. But then are you able to share with us what sort of timelines you're looking at and what, the next 6 months to 1 year will look like for Lunsemfwa Hydro around this project?
The expectation is that this project is supposed to be closed up within the next 6 months. And I think that would be actually good timing, because at that point, we will just be moving into the rain season. Now, usually when you have rain season, we tend to have what we refer to as runoff water. And this is water that collects between our reservoirs and our power stations, which is not impoundable. But this is kind of water that actually can be utilized to provide some energy to our customers. But this requires very good communication, because then we need to either get in touch with our customers, as well as probably maybe the SAPP market coordination center, for us to be able to make this power available for the market. So with this kind of innovation, I think we will be more or less positioned in a better way, in a better position to actually optimize that resource that usually has been going to waste.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then on a final note, we always know that Lunsemfwa are always busy. Are you able to just give us a snapshot of anything of note that you'd like to share with the public that will be happening over the next 12 months?
Well, so I think Lunsemfwa, like we've said, I think we're the small giant in the room, I would say, because we've been working on a number of projects, and I think for us, we currently been trying to see how best we can position ourselves in the market to make sure that we remain relevant. And as you're aware, we are currently looking at, right now we are currently working on a 20 megawatt solar project, which I think very soon we'll be having a groundbreaking ceremony on site. And there are other projects that we are also trying to work on, like the Mchinga. Though the Mchinga, this is a project that has been a flagship of Lunsemfwa for quite some time. And we hope that we can reactivate this project and get to a point where it can actually be taken to a next level. I must mention that we've received financing from African Development Bank, I think in the range of $3 million. Which is required to update the feasibility studies. So once that is done, then we can see whether we can pursue financing of that project. So we've got quite a number of projects that we are working on, and we are hoping that we can grow the company in the next 5 to 10 years to a company that will be something to be reckoned with in the region.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mr. Evaristo, thank you so much for speaking to us. You've heard it for yourself from one of the ExCo members at Lunsemfwa Hydro. Stay tuned for more insights from the sidelines of the signing ceremony. This is Mwelwa Kenneth. Get to know. My name is Mwelwa, and I'm on the sidelines of a significant signing ceremony by Lunsemfwa Hydro, who have now partnered up with Lusaka Telecom Solutions to provide a solution that further enhances and modernizes Lunsemfwa's technological offering. And with me is the acting CEO, Mr. Mohamed Abd El-Razek. Yes, nice to meet you, and welcome to the Financial Insight Show.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Now, this is the first time you're on the Financial Insight platform.
Yes.
Are you able to just give us an overview of what your company is all about, what you're focused on, and how you found yourself partnering with Lunsemfwa Hydro?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Our company is Lusaka Telecom Solutions. We are a Zambian company. We start in 2015 in the Zambian market. We started in the telecommunication sector. Then after that, we moved to the power sector. Even we are now in the process to add Lusaka Telecom and the Power Solution to our name, so that we can fit in this also market. Currently, we expand, alhamdulillah, since in these 10 years now. From our revenue was even less than $5 million. Up to now in 2024, we reach to something around $18 million. And our employees now we start from maybe less than 20 employees in 2015. Now we have 1,000 employees, and we have a vision also to add more resources to our company. And from this experience from Zambia, our headquarters is in Zambia, and they start now to expand our footprint to other African markets and even in the Middle East. And I have to highlight that again, our headquarters and the treasury is in Lusaka, Zambia. And please find time, this opportunity to invite all of you to come to our headquarters, to even check our headquarters, to see our employees and how we perform. We start approaching Lunsemfwa Hydro accounts since 2023 to offer our services to them. We find them very professional customer. Then we start with a small project which we delivered. Then now we, alhamdulillah, officially awarded this contract of the OPGW. In this contract, LTS will support Lunsemfwa Hydro to build about 110 kilometers of OPGW. The OPGW simply, it's kind of connectivity in the transmission line, so that you connect substation and the generation planets, and also making lightning shielding, earthing for the infrastructure. So you take protection for the infrastructure and also connectivity. And maybe I have one advice even to Lunsemfwa Hydro, that commercially they can use it, the redundancy of the cable in the fiber cable, they can use it even commercially to connect other customers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, my last question is around, how excited you are about this particular signing ceremony, and what does this mean for your company partnering with an entity such as Lunsemfwa Hydro, which has huge aspirations and ambitions in the energy sector in Zambia?
Yeah. Okay. So we are very pleased that we have this contract with Lunsemfwa. Lunsemfwa Hydro is a big organization in the market, and they already member of the South Africa, Power Union. So it will add value for sure to Lusaka Telecom Solutions that we partner with Lunsemfwa Hydro, and this will expand our business portfolio now, because, like I mentioned, that we now exploring new business line, especially in the power sector. So adding a big brand like Lunsemfwa Hydro will add value to Lusaka Telecom Solutions.
Mohamed, thank you so much for speaking to us. Hello everyone, and we're still on the sidelines of the signing ceremony that has been taking place right here in Kabwe at Lunsemfwa Hydro's HQ. And with me is Mr. Reynolds Mkuka, who is basically, one of the architects on the project side, if I can say that. Reynolds, how are you?
I'm okay. Humbled to be called architect. could be other people behind it.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's but we know that you're intimately, obviously involved in the scoping of the project itself. Sure. Are you able to just share with our viewers, like what it took, in terms of the scoping, what went in, what the journey was like for this cost, for this project to get to this stage?
Sure. Yeah, I can say it's been a long journey. I think when we found this project on the table, it had been considered before for implementation, but for one or two reasons, I think it had not been implemented. But I would say what really motivated, us to look at seriously implementing these projects, because of the solar project that we are working on now. So we had engaged our consultant. As Lunsemfwa, we want to work with some of the best, experts out there. So we engaged a consultant from Germany, FIZ, who did the conceptual design of the solar plant. And in the review of that technical design, it was found necessary that we needed to upgrade our level of protection for one of the power evacuation lines, which is line C, connecting Lunsemfwa Power Station and the Mulungushi Power Station. Okay. It has some conventional basic protection, which is distance protection. But for the purpose of the solar PV plant that we are going to implement, they recommended that we needed to bring in OPGW, which will make it possible for us to have line differential protection. So it became necessary for us to implement this. But then we said, okay, we cannot just implement this on line C alone. Of course, we have to look at the entire transmission network, from Lunsemfwa Power Station coming down to converter station here. So we're talking about 110 kilometers. So this is how the project was conceptualized. And of course, in terms of the scope of work, technical specification and so forth, we worked with the same consultant, FIZ from Germany. They helped us to package the technical specifications, employers' requirements, and we're able to use this for us now to engage potential contractors or bidders that would participate in this project.
Right. Now, obviously, this is quite exciting. But from a project perspective, would you say that in a way that as Lunsemfwa continues to grow, you will find yourselves having onboarding projects such as this one? Because it looks like with the aspirations of enhancing power offerings, you see yourself expanding, new projects come on board.
Of course, and we are, on one hand we are talking about expansion, but for us there's also an aspect of modernizing some of our power plants. We have I don't know if most people know that we have the oldest power plant in Africa around here. So you know what that means then. You have to ensure that you upgrade your infrastructure from civil, electromechanical and so forth, even the electrical infrastructure. So there are some projects that we are doing which are more to do with modernization of our infrastructure. But we also have others that speak to a general expansion of our capacity as well as of our hydro. So beginning 2023, we've been very active carrying out various projects to modernize and to try to automate some of our facilities that we have.
Right. Now, on a final note, I can only imagine that it must be quite a maze of, different stakeholders that you have to manage. Are you able to just give us, just an example of just some of the stakeholders you've had to obviously, bring on board so that they have buy-ins with the projects that you execute are success?
Yeah, we have different stakeholders. I know, we're talking about OPGW here, but in my mind, I'm linking it so much with the solar project because, as I mentioned, its success is, in terms of protection, is linked to this. In the process of us realizing that project, we dealt with different stakeholders. I think it's good now. We're beginning to see processes becoming more faster, especially from the government point of view, in terms of the regulatory authorities. So we have ZIMA, for instance, we have the ERB. If I show you the timelines, through which we went through, to reach where we are, I think there's very big improvement, and we like the support that we're getting there. We have a construction permit, for example, already for solar project, and it came in good time. So I think we have very good support from regulatory authorities. And even from the local leadership that we have, the chiefs and so forth, they are really supporting us in implementation of this project. And we hope that with this signing that we've done, we can get even more support from those that would like to see Zambia, improve in terms of energy security. I think we know about the crisis that all of us are facing, and the role that the private sector can play in energy security. So we are there as Lunsemfwa trying to do our part, but of course we rely on all the support that we need from regulatory authorities and also other partners that might work with us. And lastly, I'd like to say, okay, we're happy to partner with Lusaka Telecom Solutions. I think they mentioned in one of the interviews that there's a small project that we did with them. I think that gave us an idea of what they're capable of doing. So we're quite confident that they'll be able to execute this project accordingly and meet our requirements.